Pages turn, the story unfolds, the ink on the paper, a world I behold. Lost in the panels where heroes fly, comic books and brews, my alibi.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is take 2 of the intro of this episode because our dogs would not shut up. But welcome to episode 7 of Comics and Brews, where we tell you the drunk history of a comic book character every single week, or we attempt to. Sometimes not so much. Sometimes we just miss a week. It's happened once. But I'm your host, TazAlGhul, and the return of the Just Abby has arrived after a weekend of bacheloretteness. Last week you guys got Seamus McGilligoffy. Let us know what you thought in the comments if you actually listened to that or if you turned it right off because of his voice. But yeah, back with us, Just Abby.
I don't know. I was kind of worried Brandon would show me up and then I would never come back here. But I made it through a weekend. It was a weekend in the mountains and of stripper titties and a wine festival and stripper poles and lots of shots of tequila. Special chocolate I didn't take, but
oh yeah.
Anyway,
one of those things. Okay.
I made it back.
She's alive. Although Seamus did have a great Jar Jar voice.
That was pretty funny when I listened to that, actually.
We'll see if he ever gets on another episode here. Because
I don't know. Maybe he'll be the person they're a bigger fan of.
I don't know. I'm not sure if he enjoyed it or not yet. I think maybe he did.
I think he did.
Maybe.
Anyway, today we've got a special treat for you because obviously everyone's talking about Deadpool and Wolverine right now. So we did already go see the movie yesterday, finally, after it's been out for like a week then?
It's like a week and a half, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So I know we were a little late on it, but I was gone, and I know,
put a damper
stripper
on that
titties, it was just like, it had to happen, so I'm sorry. I feel like that's like an acceptable thing to Deadpool to be late on the movie for.
I mean, no, it's not acceptable. That's a movie I go opening night to, but I mean... Oh, you mean stripper titties make it acceptable. Yeah. Gotcha, yes. I would say that's a good excuse.
Especially when we're talking about Deadpool here.
Yeah, that's only Destiny, actually, that you miss Deadpool
because of that. So, anyway, we're not going to try to do too many spoilers because obviously it's only been out a week.
No spoilers.
But yeah, it felt right for this week to do a major character because we haven't really done a super famous one. No, the biggest one
was Last Ronin, but that's just a comic book, and then we did Dazzler, which is I guess technically still just a comic book and kind of not a big one. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, but anyways, as you could probably guess, we're doing the Merc with the Mouth Deadpool this week.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, we're doing Deadpool. He's been around for a while, leaving chaos, laughter, and he's the only character that really speaks to you as you read it. He knows he's a comic book character, and he talks to you as you read along. There's nothing better for it. You've seen the movies. He does the same thing. It's glorious. And what's better way to dive into his history than a drunk history of Comics and Brews? So we just got a shipment in of my monthly gift, my birthday present that just keeps on giving every single month, of beers. And so the beers of the episode today we're actually sharing right now. So
oh man, so good.
So I guess we both have the same beer currently for the episode, and it's a Drecker. It is the Bumbleberry Pie Slang du Jour a la mode, sour a la mode, and it is absolutely stripper tits supreme.
This is one of the best beers I've ever had.
You really?
Yeah.
Oh, you love Bumbleberry.
Bumbleberry Pie, if you've never had it or know what that is.
I didn't until I met her.
It's basically just mixed berries plus I don't know, there's something different with it too. I just can't remember what it is, but it's all pushed into a pie with some crust, and it kind of get a little good crusty flavor, but you have the berry flavor.
I love a crusty taste. Nothing better than a crusty taste.
This is amazing. So, and then Taz has a little PBR on the side.
Yeah, my backup PBR. Just one to chug to get a little juiced up for this, and then one to just truly enjoy. But that's our our beers of the episode. I guess we should probably get an initial cheers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this beer is incredible. So
usually
big
how we end the
fan.
episode, but
Trekker's just always great.
that's how we're going to start the
But-
episode.
Anyway, so let's start from the beginning. Deadpool, also known as Wade Wilson, first appeared in New Mutants, number 98, back in December 1990.
Oh.
He was created by artist and writer Rob Liefeld.
Liefeld. I've heard so many
Liefeld.
Liefeld.
You know what's funny? In the movie, I did notice.
Yeah.
This isn't a spoiler because it's whatever, but in the movie, there's a shop, and it sasays Liefeld's
Feet stuff or
whatever.
something.
Feet stuff.
I swear.
Was
It was like Liefeld's foot stuff.
I thought it was like bakery or something, but maybe not. Maybe not.
Could be wrong. So you're totally not a spoiler.
But I was
we
like, oh
can't
wow,
remember.
okay. I like caught a little Easter egg thingy, whatever you want to call that. But anyways, so it's created by him and also the writer Fabian Nicieza. Originally, he was a supervillain, but he evolved into more of an anti-hero over time.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. Wow, I was 3 months old when
That's
he
wow,
arrived
since
into
1990.
life.
Okay.
That's Banana Lands. That's also a book that I will probably never have because I'm a peasant.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, some say he was inspired by DC's Deathstroke, which, I mean, you can't really say he wasn't as far as the costume goes because it's quite similar. Deathstroke is, I mean, a killer for hire, so, I mean, same but different. What do you guys like better? I don't know. We haven't even done a DC character yet, so that's kind of...
Maybe next week.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll get... maybe I should do a poll of that. Y'all pick Jar Jar Binks for last week, or for Star Wars. Maybe do a weird poll and see what kind of DC stuff you guys want. But, yeah, also, Deathstroke is Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson, Deadpool. I mean, it just keeps going. But, yeah, I guess Deadpool even jokes about it at times. But, yeah, Deadpool's got his own thing going on. He's hideous, he's disfigured, mentally unstable, and has a memory like Swiss cheese. Plus, he's Canadian, eh?
Isn't Ryan Reynolds Canadian
Yeah, he's
too?
actually Canadian. And so
That's funny.
Hugh Jackman, right? No, he's an
he's
Aussie.
Australian.
Yeah, he's an Aussie.
Yeah.
He's a Kiwi like Dawkins.
In 1997, Deadpool was given his own ongoing title, initially written by Joe Kelly, with then newcomer Ed McGuinness as an artist. So that's when Deadpool became an action comedy parody of the comics of the time, and the series established its side characters, including Blind Owl and Weasel. Which, Blind Owl, I love her. She's so
That's
funny.
crazy. Yeah, Blind Owl is a dude in the comics, I guess.
Really?
I mean, that's what I saw. I mean, yeah.
Huh. Well, I am not a comics person, so I've only
I haven't read it, so I need to maybe look it
I've
up,
only
but-
seen the Deadpool movies, and like I think I may have glanced at a comic, but I've never actually like read them.
And
Really
my research, and it said he's a dude, so.
interesting.
But man, I like the character in the movie, so that's hilarious.
Okay.
She's so funny.
And then Weasel, obviously, there's like drama with that character with the movie.
Yeah.
So I want to see like what Weasel is like in the comics.
Me too.
Because he sounds pretty funny and just like a side character, side gig thing. But yeah. But yeah, the series became more and more popular after its release. And I mean, obviously, because it's literally a comic book character that not only acknowledges the audience when you're reading through it, but also he's just like super funny. And just like the anti-hero kind of thing going for him is kind of cool.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, every time he talks to you, he's saying something ridiculous too.
Yeah.
But yeah. Over time, he becomes less of a villain. I mean, I think it was probably a decade of him just slashing skulls off. But through his moral ambiguity, his moral ambiguity remained. According to Joe Kelly, the writers could do anything they wanted with the character and the story because they pretty much just thought it was going to get cut at any time. So I guess that's where they went with his ability to just straight up talk to you and be like, hey, hi, how are you? You're a dingus. And he says way worse than that, but it is pretty... I mean, every book I've read is just pretty raunchy, which is awesome. I think they need to come out with more... like mature rated Deadpool books. I guess they have like the Punisher Max books. They should do like a maybe they I don't think they have a Deadpool.
I was
Max,
like, maybe they already have it, but
maybe because that would be the perfect character to get real freaky naughty with.
yeah. But I mean, that's one of the reasons he's so popular, and I think he's one of the first comic book characters I would look at and be like, he's meant for like adult readers only. Because, oh my gosh, we went to the movie, and these people, I mean, to each their own. I'm not a parent, but they brought their little kids who could not have been older than like second grade.
No,
to this movie, and that was not appropriate for kids whatsoever.
They're gonna be lighting up their elementary
I'm
school.
hoping they didn't understand most of what was going on.
I swear I heard them giggling at every time they dropped a C-bomb.
I thought so too. So I was like, oh my god, they know. They know what's going
what the C
on.
word is? Oh my word.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I didn't learn that till I was like 29.
But yeah, I was talking to my boss today because he also saw the movie, and he thought it was weird that in the movies Deadpool talks to the audience. But then I noted, because I did a little bit of research of my own, and I was like, oh, well, that kind of makes sense because he also does talk directly to his audience in the comic book because he knows he's a comic book character at that point kind of thing, right? Yeah, so it's very unique. Some people, like my boss, for instance, isn't super into that. He was like, I liked it. It's funny. But he was like, there was just so much of like we point at the audience and talk to them. He didn't like that.
In the movie?
Yeah, he didn't like that.
I feel like that's the only reason it worked.
I mean, yeah. You can't take Deadpool seriously, but
yeah.
I could see why, because it's like, all right, let's get back to the storyline, but yeah. But that's just what he is, and that's what he is in the comic book, so I'm glad they kind of incorporated that
I guess
still.
I can get why he didn't like it, because he doesn't understand it, but I feel like it had to have that, but I won't go into the storyline at all, because, no spoilers. But, he pretty much just straight up will chirp you as you're reading it, too, which is hilarious. I wouldn't doubt it if one day he's just calling every reader a little bitch, but it's awesome, and yeah, every book I've read is insane and ridiculous in a good way. And I think the first one I actually read was in 2019 when he becomes like King Deadpool, King of the Monsters. I think this was around like King in Black times after Nolan and everything happened. But yeah, crazy. Those books were pretty awesome too. And just Deadpool on a throne is pretty sweet. But his costume and personality have evolved over the years, but he's always kept mostly to the iconic red and black suit, which he first donned in 2042, so I read, but I'm assuming that's the year in the comic books where he donned that. You know, there's like Spider-Man 2099 and all this stuff.
Okay.
But my favorite suit is definitely his X-Force, black and gray with a little hint of red. It's so sick. And it's incredible. And everyone already knows he's got a healing factor just like Wolverine. It's probably why they're homies. They got that connect. And but that healing factor came at a hefty price. Wolverine, pretty sure, was a mutant, and he already had that healing factor.
Wolverine was also a dime piece. But like Deadpool, it looks like literally in the movie that they describe him as like a beat up avocado.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference.
Oh, and Wolverine just turns into more and more of a man rocket in the movies as it goes on. It's so
Hugh Jackman,
ridiculous.
my God.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Speaking of his healing factor, it's tied to his tragic backstory. He was part of the Weapon X program, which experimented on him, and that led him to get his abilities, but also his disfigurement. Most people probably saw this in the first movie as well, if they haven't read it in the comics, such as myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was turned into a rough-looking human being, but he can't die, so that's cool. Never mind. We'll get into that, right?
What? Whisper. Oh, okay. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah,
I did my
anyways.
research. I was like, oh, wait.
His initial series, first Deadpool title, lasted a perfect 69 issues. What better number for Deadpool to end a series at than number 69? But, of course, then came Deadpool Volume 2 of the comics, with Daniel Way writing the story arc, Dead. Wade is cured of his healing ability and became mortal. He became mortal, so he could die. But, like, in the movies, he had cancer, and then he went into the icebox, which basically, took away his powers, and he was basically dying. So maybe, I'm assuming in this, he was just totally cured of everything. We'll just see, because, apparently I got to read that. Didn't know that, but no way you can just take away his healing factor and all that and make him normal, because I'm pretty sure he was actually sick, but could have just been a movie thing.
Huh. I mean, yeah, I expected the movies to be different than the comic, like just based off the comic is what I was expecting.
Yeah.
So, as a side effect, because he did become mortal again, he has his old and unscarred face once again. Although he spent the majority of the story arc looking forward to dying, he suppresses his desires in order to protect his friend and sidekick, Hydra Bob.
Hydra Bob!
I was expecting, what's the guy in the movie that I was pumped about?
He's in number 2, too.
What's his name?
I want to say Phil, but that's just because it reminds me of my friend
It's not
Phil.
Phil.
Dang it.
Oh my god, he is a Phil though, huh?
Who's like something Pool. Oh my gosh.
It was like a
everyone
really
knows him.
simple name, and all the Deadpools were so pumped.
Oh my gosh.
We'll figure it out.
That
But
sucks.
that's who I was thinking it was.
You'll know who we're talking about when you see the movie. Maybe, yeah, but his name's not Bob.
But his name isn't Bob, so either they changed it, or this is someone completely different.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you never know. It's got to be, because his name wasn't Bob.
Yeah.
But I wonder if his unscarred face in the comics looked anything like Ryan Reynolds, or if it was just
So I, because I did my research.
Whoa.
I did some research, and it seemed like his unscarred face did resemble Ryan Reynolds. And Ryan Reynolds was like, I have to play that character.
Really?
He's Canadian. He actually said, there's a point in one of the books that says he looks like Ryan Reynolds with a mix of like a Shar-Pei or something.
What?
Yeah. That's how Ryan Reynolds was like, holy crap, that's my character.
Wow, it's destiny.
Yeah.
I hope that happens to me one day. Oh, wow. After he lost his healing factor, Wilson claimed he felt more alive than ever. However, after a harsh beating from intelligentsia, Wade realized that he had let his ability to heal compensate for his skill. Because, yeah, he didn't have to worry about dying, duh. So he decided to ask for help with his Taskmaster in training. I would love to see Taskmaster in some Deadpool. That'd be sick.
Can you explain who Taskmaster is to me?
Do you know the movie Thunderbolt's coming out?
Yeah, I looked that up. Yeah.
Okay, and did you ever see the Black Widow movies?
Yeah.
Taskmaster's in that.
Oh.
He's got like a skull mask, and a T-shield. I mean, he's kind of just like a guy you hire to kill people too. Kind of like Deadpool, I guess.
Okay.
But he's a Thunderbolt too.
Oh.
But yeah, Taskmaster asked Wilson to help him steal Pym particles from S.H.I.E.L.D., but actually he allowed Black Box to study Wade in order to prepare his vengeance against Deadpool, even letting him know Deadpool lost his healing factor.
Okay.
Wow.
So Wade, or Deadpool, managed to defeat Black Box, Black Tom, and Black Swan.
That's a lot. That's a lot of black.
Oh my goodness, okay. But in the process, his face was burned and disfigured again.
Nice. So he was like normal, but also looking
wow.
jacked up.
Just
Beautiful.
meant to be ugly.
Yep.
Former FBI agent Allison Kemp wanted to get revenge on Deadpool because of his involvement in the explosion, which left her in a wheelchair. And she called other enemies of Deadpool, such as T-Ray and Slayback, and trained them to kill Deadpool. So the FBI is training to kill him?
Yep, pretty much. Agent Mulder and Agent Scully teamed up. No, I just made that up, but
I was like, really?
that'd be
I'll
sick.
believe you.
If Mulder and Scully were in Deadpool, I would chat.
Wow. Because I was like, I know who Mulder is, I think.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I guess this is when T-Ray claimed to be the real Wade Wilson and accused Deadpool of stealing his identity. So, do they look alike?
That's something I don't know. I was wondering the same thing.
Okay.
That's something I'd have
We'll
to
have to
look
look
at.
into that. Because I'm like,
what?
how do you just accuse someone of that?
Yeah. No, just Abby. I'm you. Oh, man.
I'd like to think we don't look alike, but...
Yeah, absolutely. But, yeah. It's all very confusing and sometimes didn't make sense. Honestly, when I was going through all this history, it took me forever because... Holy shitesa, it's all over the place. But in the story, there's apparently an evil Deadpool that slides on in as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So Deadpool infiltrated their base and managed to get T-Ray and Slayback killed. All right, so like the
Nice.
killers get killed. When Kemp was about to kill herself.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Great.
In an
Oh
explosion.
my god.
Which would kill Wade in the process. Okay, so she's like, I'm taking him out and me.
Yep. See, he does die.
He convinced her not to attack him. In that moment, he was surprised by the returned evil Deadpool. I want to know what he looks like, the evil one.
He's all jacked up.
Oh.
He's got like he looks like he's a Hills Have Eyes kind of person.
Ew.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Okay. Well, yeah, so who informed Wade that the serum they took was not permanent. Reasons why Wade's face didn't heal or a finger he lost grew back. So Wade would return after evil Deadpool shot him.
Oh. And yeah, just to speak to who evil Deadpool is, the origins of the being known as Evil Deadpool are tied to Ella Whitby, a British psychiatrist obsessed with the superhuman mercenary Deadpool. She collected numerous parts of Deadpool's body that he had lost over the years. Wow. She got some foreskin, she got some knuckles.
She's like a serial
she
killer.
She got some back hair, and she kept them in her freezer. Kind of like Abby's dad kept her cat in his freezer.
Let's not talk about that. He was just trying to be nice.
Oh, man. When Deadpool found them, he threw them in a dumpster in disgust. And the parts eventually thawed, and since they had all had Deadpool's healing factor, fused together into a single person, which would then be Evil Deadpool. But I think that would be another Drunk History of Comics and Brews, because I want to tell the Drunk History of Evil Deadpool, because he's probably just like Deadpool's nutsack and fingers all just molded back together. But, oh man, either way, that was close to the end of Daniel Way's Deadpool series, which concluded on issue 63.
That was a lot to take in.
Yeah. Evil Deadpool?
I hope that one of the Deadpool movies incorporates Evil Deadpool.
I know.
Because...
I just want to get Abby reaction to Evil Deadpool.
Girls,
live
too
and
late
in the
now.
place. Oh, that one doesn't even look that bad. Oh, this is just a headshot, but I mean, he looks kind of just gross.
Ew.
I mean, he kind of looks like
zombie
a pit bull.
Deadpool, basically.
Yeah. Dang, we gotta find better pictures of that and maybe put it into this video.
Yeah. All right. So after that, a new title was launched by Gail Simone called Agent X in 2002. This occurred during a huge revamp of X-Men related comics, with Cable becoming Soldier X and X-Force becoming X-Statics.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Interesting.
X-Statics, I can definitely see why that didn't stand the test
like,
of time, because that's just
what is that?
X-Static. Yeah, it's not even a word. What are they?
Statics, but with an X,
you can
so it's
clearly
plural.
tell the comics were going through like some MCU shit of the current day, because what in the world? But yeah, I also never really read it, so I can't really say shit. But
maybe it's
anyways,
really good.
Yeah, it appears that Deadpool was killed in an explosion fighting the supervillain Black Swan. Yep, I think we just talked about that previously. What? Deadpool's manager Sandy Brandenburg later founded Agency X, so much X, triple X, with a mysterious man called Alex Hayden, who took the name dubbed Agent X. Deadpool later returned to the series after his supposed death because, duh, your boy don't die.
And then I rewatched the new, not the new Deadpool movies, but the older ones, and I was like, who the heck is Cable? I couldn't remember who he was, and then Taz informed me that he was the son of such and such X-Men.
Well, if you read comics, that's not a spoiler to the movie.
Yeah.
Or you just don't remember.
No, I just don't remember.
Oh, it's Cyclops and Jean Grey.
Okay, yeah. So I was like, oh, that's who that is. So, yeah, he had a partnership with Cable, for Cable and Deadpool. Deadpool hadn't come back for 2 years when the launch of Cable and Deadpool came. This was also written by Fabian Nicieza. Where Deadpool became partnered with his former enemy Cable, where they teamed up and effed shit up. Apparently I'm not drunk enough to say the full F word.
Abby's bleeping herself out. I actually wrote the notes this week and put
oh god, I'm not used to this.
Oh man.
Which you could see Cable in the second Deadpool, and then he was briefly mentioned possibly in the third one, but that's not really a spoiler.
Yeah. You'll find out if he's in it or if he's not. We won't tell you.
So this title was canceled with issue number 50 and replaced by a new cable series in March 2008. Deadpool then appeared briefly in the Wolverine Origins title by writer Daniel Way.
I thought I read all of those too. Apparently I didn't.
Well, because he's in the movie Wolverine Origins, right? But he's like really fucked up and they didn't even go off of what he actually was like.
Yeah, I just don't even remember seeing him in that. I also like that you say fucked up there, but you don't read it from the notes. That's hilarious.
I can't read it. I can only think it on my own.
It's just gotta spill out.
It's gotta come naturally. Duh.
Yeah.
Anyway, before Way and Paco Medina, there we go, launched another Deadpool title in September 2008, which was Volume 4, question mark?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. So yeah, that's why I left a little riff here. But my notes say yes indeed. So yes indeed it was Volume 4. But this series began as a Secret Invasion tie-in, which I'm pretty sure is where the movies are going to right now. So it all makes sense. This timeline's getting a little freaky naughty. Yeah. But in the first arc, Deadpool is seen working with Nick Fury to steal data on how to kill the Skrull Queen Varanke, which I could totally see Deadpool sliding into the timeline like right after what show was that Disney Plus had come out like 2 years ago? I think it was Secret Invasion actually. I think so.
That would make sense.
If he slid right into there, yeah, this is perfect. Norman Osborn steals the information that Deadpool had stolen from the Skrulls, which of course led to a falling out. Shocker. If Norman Osborn slides into these movies and shows, I would poop. Green Goblin would
that's Green Goblin, right?
I know.
That's
cool. And I mean, obviously he was in the last Spider-Man, so that would be sick.
So of course Osborn. I just want to say Green Goblin.
Green Gobs.
It's Goblin.
Well, this is probably just like normal ungoblined Osborn because he's just a skeevy little
so he's
biatch.
not like, okay.
He's just an asshole.
But, so of course he ain't playing around. So he sends Tiger Shark to go hunt and kill his ass. This is Taz's script. Classic Norman, right? Like, of course he's gonna send Tiger Shark to go hunt and kill some asses. Like, but of course, everything about Deadpool is non-standard, so it goes completely wrong, and Norman has to go get more serious about things.
Oh man, yep. Norman can't handle that DP. The story.
What?
This is Deadpool, duh.
Oh.
The story also sees the return of Bob, Agent of Hydra. See, I could totally see Agent Hydra Bob being the guy in these movies.
Who was in the movie.
It's not, but his name's not Bob Pool.
So maybe they changed it.
Maybe they did, but I want to read this just for Bob. Whoa, take a breath. This has all led directly to a confrontation with the new Thunderbolts, which I was saying that's what Taskmaster's in Magnum Opus, which crossed over between Deadpool Volume 2, numbers 8 and 9, and Thunderbolts number 130 to 131. Wow. In Deadpool 15, Deadpool decides to become a hero, resulting in conflicts with proper heroes like Spider-Man, because, yeah, Deadpool wants to be a good guy, who he had just recently encountered in ASM 611 as part of the Gauntlet. I love those ones. And leading to a 3-issue arc where he takes on Hit Monkey. Such a great name.
Hit Monkey?
Hit Monkey.
Oh my god.
Wow. At least Pokemon went Hitmonlee. They just went Hit Monkey. Nice. A character who debuted in the same month in a digital then print one-shot, which I thought this has got to be the only character I've ever heard of whose first appearance was in a digital comic. Because as far as what I read, the first comic was digital, and then they later printed it down the line. So if anyone knows if there's anything else, like any other character like that, let me know, because I thought that was pretty neat.
Huh. All right, moving on. So there's the whole Merc with the Mouth era that released in 2009, where Deadpool teams with Headpool. Oh, that's like the floating guy?
Yeah.
Okay. From Marvel Zombies 3 and 4, which was literally a zombie head version of himself. Also, I looked up who... I'm not going to expose this here, but I looked up who the actor that portrayed him. Okay, that's kind of a spoiler. Spoiler alert.
Click I guess
It's really not a huge spoiler, so don't
15
worry
seconds.
about it.
Yeah,
but
it's not like you see
I don't
this
think it's a
person.
secret that like Deadpool has multiple versions of the multiverse, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
The Headpool, I know the actor, and it's a good actor, and I was like, no way.
Okay, so she takes it back. No spoiler. She's not.
Not
gonna
really
tell me.
a spoiler.
I don't
Well,
even know it. Now I really want to know.
I'm just gonna say.
Just click 15 seconds ahead of this if you don't want to hear it.
It's the guy. Hold on, let me look up.
Okay, she actually doesn't know.
No, I have to look up.
She's going back now.
Hold on.
Going back on actually knowing who Headpool was.
It is. Hold on.
Oh man.
Hold on.
Wow, she's
no,
googling
it's no
live.
serious. It's the okay. I'll just say it's the main actor of Firefly.
Okay, I have no idea who that is.
Okay,
so
cool.
that does absolutely nothing for me.
Cool.
So just kidding, no spoiler.
Someone will know who that is. I think
That does nothing for me. Firefly.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Don't care about that.
What?
Yeah. Are you done here?
Yep.
Should I take your rest of your line?
But anyway, Deadpool became a parody of the superhero genre, poking fun at the absurdities of comics. He even had his own core, which is that the...
Deadpool core!
Who is that? Is that just like literally all the Deadpools?
I will tell you right now if you
Okay,
let
cool.
me continue. Deadpool core! Fuck the world! Released in April 2010. Besides Deadpool himself, the series featured alternate versions of Deadpool, obviously multiverse, duh, including Lady Deadpool, who debuted in Deadpool Merc with a Mouth #7. If you have that book, it's a banger. I know Seamus
Brandon,
McGillicuddy does.
yeah.
I was there when he got that one too. He always finds gold when I'm right next to him, and it really hurts my soul because I always find trash. Headpool, which we just talked about, zombie incarnation, now reduced to a severed head, and two new characters, Kidpool, a child, who... No spoiler again, but the actor of that, pretty funny. And Dogpool, awesome. A dog.
So cute.
Yeah, very cute. And the series lasted 12 issues.
I like those.
I know, I really want to find those.
We need to get those.
Yeah,
Okay.
we should hunt those.
We should do that.
In like 6 months when they're a little cheaper.
Yeah, maybe not right now. Once again, another Deadpool series was launched because obviously the people just can't get enough. So he's also a member of the Thunderbolts. So there's a movie coming out, right? So he's gonna be in that?
I don't know. They haven't shown it because all the
I thought I
previews
saw the
currently...
cover and...
All the
I
previews
haven't
currently
seen
like
them
couldn't
either.
say anything because obviously Deadpool
Interesting.
didn't know what was going to happen.
Huh, okay. So in the 27th issue of his new series, as part of All New Marvel Now, Deadpool was married for the third time. Initially a secret, his bride was revealed in the webcomic Deadpool, The Gauntlet, to be Shikla, Queen of the Undead. Deadpool also discovered that he has a daughter by the name of Eleanor from a former flame of Deadpool named Carmelita. So he has a kid.
I honestly
He
didn't
can
know.
reproduce.
I didn't know any of this, and I feel like Carmelita's got to be like his old babysitter or something.
Oh,
Like, it's
Jesus.
Like, I don't know. That's what I see. Like his maid, Carmelita, and he just.
Or just another stripper.
Yeah, or that too. Carmelita, that could be it. But yeah, I did not know he was married, and I definitely didn't know he had a daughter. Apparently, that's his third marriage. So I don't know who number 1 or number 2 was.
What
but
was number 1?
Sweet Berry
Vanessa. What was her name? Vanessa?
I don't. That's just the movie thing. I don't know if that's in
No,
comics.
that's in comics.
Vanessa.
I remember maybe that Vanessa maybe wasn't her name, but I know in the comics he did have a. They called her a prostitute, but I think she was more like a stripper.
I mean, she was a hooker in the movies, right?
Yeah. Well, stripper, I would like to say.
She was a
Whatever
hooker.
you want to. It was some sort of sex work.
She's a hooker.
But I do remember reading about in the comics. I believe that was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Classic Deadpool.
But
After this, of course, things just get more crazy. And they start stirring it up with symbiotes and X-Men because during the events of Original Sin, it was revealed that Deadpool was tricked into killing his parents by a scientist known as Butler, who abducted Eleanor, his daughter, and gave her to his brother. However,
Ew.
yeah, that's kind of gross. I don't even want to know. However, Deadpool does
why?
not know about it, and much later, he clashes with Carnage. Wow, that's awesome.
Oh.
And Carnage vowed revenge on Deadpool for tricking him into wounding Shriek.
Huh.
That's pretty
That's
sick.
pretty cool.
I mean, symbiotes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. During the Axis storyline, Deadpool appears as a member of Magneto's unnamed supervillain group during the fight against Red Skull's Red Onslaught form. The group of villains becomes inverted to heroes after a spell cast by Scarlet Witch and Doctor Doom. So I wonder, I'm excited for all the things coming up.
Scarlet Witch is dead in the movies.
Is she?
Yeah.
I thought that was just Vision.
No. Did you not see the movies?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I thought.
I
Apparently I gotta fucking rewatch stuff.
Doctor Strange.
So. Okay. So this group was later named the Astonishing Avengers. This Deadpool, referred to as Zen Pool, was pivotal in turning Apocalypse to fighting the inverted Avengers. Okay, so this is when they started fighting.
That's gotta be, X-Men vs. Avengers storyline, which is pretty sick.
Cool.
Yeah, so I feel like that's where the movie's gotta be going. That's
probably.
For sure.
Especially because they're now introducing Doctor Doom instead of the Kang or whatever.
Oh yeah, they gave him the boot.
Yeah, poor guy.
I mean,
the actor was really bummed about it.
Well, didn't he beat his girlfriend?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean...
So, that's fair. Alright, fine.
So, touche. Deadpool's death occurs in Deadpool 250, so man, he just dies multiple times, of course. They always come back, but it involves story ideas that co-writer Jerry Dugan and Brian Posehn have had in mind since the beginning of the Now series. Issue 250 was technically issue 45, but was so named as it was the cumulative 250th issue of the character's solo series. I honestly hate how they start new series, and it's like volume 2, and then it's like, oh, it's number 1, but it's actually number 1,464. It drives me nuts. But Deadpool faces off in a final showdown with Ultimatum and Flag Smasher, killing all of them, and he gives up the Deadpool identity, wishing to have a better life.
Interesting. Does that at all fall in line with what happens in the movie? I feel like the movie's its own thing.
Yeah, I just won't even say anything because
I don't want to spoil anything, but that's interesting. He, along with his family and friends, which is basically everyone on Earth, are all killed when the Earth collides with an alternate universe's Earth.
That's why it's pretty much everyone on Earth.
Wow, I was like, what do you mean?
That's followed right up with it.
So Deadpool laments that the Secret Wars should have stayed an Avengers event, but then dies at peace, content that everybody else is dying with him. Really? I feel like he's a fighter. He's like, F this.
Are you kidding me? He also doesn't give a shit.
That's
like,
true.
Okay,
he's like, I do want to die because yeah, okay, fair. 8 months after the events of Secret Wars and the restoration of Earth, Deadpool is seen working for Steve Rogers. Really? After stealing some potentially life-saving chemicals needed by an ailing rogue, he is offered membership in the Avengers Unity Squad.
Wow, he finally makes it. Wow, Deadpool the Avenger. Can you believe it?
Wow.
That's incredible. As part of the all-new, all-different Marvel, Deadpool has also been depicted to work closely with Spider-Man and Deadpool, which I haven't read. I almost bought some books before this episode,
cool.
but I think I should probably read it. It looks neat, but they are kind of... My comic shop had literally like 6, and there were like 4 of the same issues. But in spite of Spider-Man's dislike of the mercenary, Spider-Man begrudgingly collaborates with Deadpool in multiple events, developing a working relationship for part time. As a result of Spider-Man's influence over Deadpool, Deadpool will come to relinquish reckless slaughter and adopt Spider-Man's no-killing policy. Ridiculous. Deadpool always needs to murder / kill. So, dumb. Maybe I don't want to read this. And, it is revealed that Deadpool's face had healed after an unspecified amount of time of not killing a person. I'm not sure how that could link to him not killing people, but...
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous, but stupid. Deadpool needs to kill.
So this is like literally Deadpool being very zen and calm, but with so much calm going on in a usually reckless Deadpool, he jeopardized the emergence of the extremely destructive villain Itsy Bitsy.
Itsy Bitsy spider went up the water spout.
Is it a spider?
I would assume so.
Oh, you don't even know?
No, I don't know idea who
I was like,
Itsy
who the
Bitsy is.
hell names the villain Itsy Bitsy?
That's another drunk history. That episode would be 6 minutes. I would assume.
Created by Patient Zero, who was actually Deadpool's former sidekick, Weasel.
Oh,
What? Are they going to
should
bring
do-
back what's-his-face in the
No
movies? Because they're
chance.
villains in real life?
Ryan Reynolds will never bring back Weasel.
But if he's supposed to be a villain, maybe it'd just be like natural chemistry of hating each other.
That could be true. That'd be sweet.
She possessed the combined abilities of both Spider-Man and Deadpool. Okay, so there's the answer. So kind of a spider, but can't die.
Where the
That
heck
sounds
did-
like our worst nightmare.
Yeah, where the heck did Itsy Bitsy come from? Yeah, I'm just trying to
Wow.
stomp you with my shoe. Nope, just kidding. It's like a wolf spider.
Her sustained victory over the duo, owed to her superior abilities, caused Spider-Man to question his underlying moral pledge, exacerbated by Mephisto's voice. Who's Mephisto?
Basically the devil.
Oh, okay. Being present in Spider-Man's mind.
Spider-Man wants to kill.
He becomes willing to murder Itsy Bitsy, which Deadpool would staunchly oppose, not wanting Spider-Man to adopt his methods of brutality. Okay, who are we trying to joke here? Like, what?
Who are we trying to joke?
I mean, whatever. Who are we kidding? Is that the right word? I need another beer. We're almost done anyway.
Who are we trying to joke? Oh, man. Yeah, kind of ridiculous. I wish Spider-Man would have just killed. That's how we get evil Spider-Man, dead Spider. These tensions and the increasing frustration caused by Itsy Bitsy's continued rampage would eventually culminate into a duel between Deadpool and Spider-Man. Saw that coming.
Oh.
Yeah, duel. I feel like Deadpool would smoke him. But anyways,
Probably.
it occurs when Spider-Man almost disintegrates Itsy Bitsy using Parker Industries' plasma breeder. Plasma breeder? That's gross. An invention able to create the conditions of the sun. Realizing that Spider-Man had genuine intentions to kill Itsy Bitsy, Deadpool does what he does best. He takes it upon himself to eliminate her instead, reigniting his kill streak, probably giving him back his disgusting face, while Spider-Man began reflection after Itsy Bitsy's defeat. He's a sad boy, sad little Peter. And Deadpool reveals that his face, nailed it. Deadpool reveals that his face is scarred once again and thanks him for believing that he could change when they worked together. Will we see them in a movie together? I definitely think so. As far as what I've heard, they want to do a Tom Holland movie together.
That would be great. I like
And
both of those actors a lot.
I'm pretty sure everyone would want to see that.
Dude, yeah.
For sure.
Bring back Willem Dafoe as Green
Goblin.
Goblin.
They did.
Did they? Was that in the last movie?
Yeah.
Well, bring him back like as a more permanent
I
character.
know. I feel like they might. And I mean, like, I've seen that Wolverine's going to be in the Secret Wars movie.
Ooh.
We'll see. That's what I've read. Who knows?
I mean, Hugh Jackman got divorced, so like he's probably
He's
like
trying to act his dick off.
yeah, and imagine how much money she probably is asking for.
Yeah. He's losing half. And so
yeah.
he's got to go make that back. So he's going to be in Secret Wars. He's going to be in every single
Heck
Marvel
yeah.
movie coming up. Yeah.
Till he's 90.
That's why he finalized divorce. He's like, oh, my boy Ryan's got me. I'm going to make them bills after this.
Yeah, that's fine.
them Hugh bills.
Can I say like not really a spoiler, but just like a disappointment a little bit from my behalf?
I guess.
There was no Dazzler.
That's a huge spoiler.
No, it's not.
Are you kidding me?
Whatever. Sorry.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
I feel like people would have heard by now.
Yeah, I guess, but that's something I
At
was
this
waiting
point,
to
is
see.
it spoilers? This is your own fault if you haven't seen it by now.
I would hate you. I would absolutely hate you.
It's been out for a week. More than that.
If you hate Just Abby for that, please put it in the comments.
But anyway, it's not like I said any part of the storyline. But yeah, that was a little sad.
Yeah.
But
What a way to close that episode out. Hey, there's no Dazzler.
you could take it out.
Nope. Wait a minute. Oh, absolutely not. But wow, that is the drunk history of Deadpool. I guess currently he's in new issues, which are obviously not in this history because we just did the deep history kind of to like, I guess that was
Like
the early 10s to late 10s. Because yeah, he obviously, as like I said, he becomes King Deadpool in like 2019, which we briefly touched on. And then in the most recent series, which I actually did read all of, he gets a girlfriend in that who has these crazy weird nail things. And oh man, he basically, this kill squad hires him. He doesn't do the job, gets a girlfriend, and then that kill squad basically wants to kill him for not doing any of his murdering. So, pretty crazy twist, but classic Deadpool.
I was like, classic Deadpool.
That'll just be like, that's just your long story short. I'll let you read it. I won't get into any of that since it's kind of current. But no Dazzler in that either, so.
I was hoping for some T Swift.
Nope.
It's fine. Maybe
she's way too busy to be filming that.
You're probably right, but maybe in the other movies.
Yep, maybe.
She'll make an appearance.
Oh man, we don't have any beer in our glass. We're gonna have to cheers with
empty glasses.
Just this little snickle.
Do you have some
Fritz.
PBR?
No, I literally just drank
wow,
it. Wow.
Hold on. Today.
Hold on, my people.
Hold on.
Maybe just Abby can spoil something while I get up and get beer. Abby, you got anything else to spoil?
I'm trying to think of any questions I have.
Who's Gambit? Don't say it. I'm just kidding.
Rude. Wow.
Oh man, can you believe her? It's beautiful.
Oh my god.
Just kidding. I love you. Here we go. PBR for the final
Oh my
cheers.
goodness. Thank you so much.
Can you believe this? At least we're getting some bumbleberry pie mixed in with it, so
it won't taste as bad.
At least a little. Wow.
All
Well,
right.
ladies and gentlemen, that was the Drunk History of Deadpool, episode 7. Cheers.
Oh yeah.
The story unfolds in ink on the paper, a world I behold. Lost in the panels where heroes fly, comic books and brews, my alibi.